Good morning. Welcome to the Bond Sunday morning services. My name is Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. You can get involved with this dialogue today by calling 1-800-411-BOND, 1-800-411-2663. You can also email church@bondinfo.org, church@bondinfo.org, and put your name and town on your emails. The question should be related to today's topic or last Sunday. I realize a lot of people have questions about last Sunday. So, again, 800-411-BOND. And good morning to everybody here. How are you? Good. I'm glad to be getting my voice back. I had lost my voice this week. I was talking so much. Isn't that amazing? But it feels like it's coming back now. Any questions about what we talked about last week, or anybody had a life this week? Comment or questions about anything? This is a fellowship, and it's nice when you bring something too. You know, don't you hate those people who go to the party and they never bring anything? Then they don't bring a bottle of wine or juice or coffee or anything. They just go to take. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
It's not about last week, but something that I've been thinking about this week is, you know, I have 3 children. The oldest is 26. So for the last 26 years, I've been in, you know, the mothering mode. And, you know, my kids are pretty much grown now. And I think if somebody had told me a couple years ago that I would be fine with that I wouldn't be missing my kids, I wouldn't have believed them. But
Right.
I'm actually pretty happy having them out of the house, you know. I mean, it's nice to have my house back. It stays clean. It's a whole lot less complicated. You know, I hear from the kids, they email me or call me, and they're out, you know, living their life and having a great time, but I don't have to be thinking about, you know, any of their needs.
Right.
Really. So, I mean, and I think that's probably a healthy thing.
It is.
But I just am surprised that I'm okay with it. You know, I'm really...
No, that's good. Most mothers, they can't let go once the kids leave. You know, they're still trying to somehow or another control things or hold on to them. So you're very fortunate that you're not feeling that way.
And all 3 of them went to the East Coast for college, so we really weren't involved much with the college years. You know, they'd come home for the Christmas and Easter and occasionally other times. But, and I guess that bothered me at the beginning, but, you know.
Oh, you wanted to be more emotionally connected?
I mean, you know, some of them were involved in sports, and I would have wanted to watch more of their sporting events and whatever. But I'm actually, you know, a lot of my friends are saying, I don't know how you know, were able to just let your kids go to the East Coast, because I didn't have anything to do with it, because that was their decision. But, you know, I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, I would recommend that all parents send their kids from the east to the west or the west to the east. That way you can get over them while they're in school. Are you going to be coming closer to your husband?
Yes, we spend, you know, more time, although he went away to Oregon for a couple weeks, and so I was
like,
actually
hallelujah.
And I was, you know, like I could start projects in my house and I had to clean them up the next day and not worry about anybody saying, you know, let's get this, you know, room cleaned up or whatever.
Yeah.
I was really surprised after going with so much activity in my house with 3 kids and to really no activity other than just my own needs.
Well,
so
good.
I'm feeling very, you know, like selfish and, you know. Just
well, that's a good way to die. You live the rest of your life as a selfish person. You've done all you can do for others. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm a little surprised to hear it too, but I'm glad to hear it.
But the day after Scott left for his job, you know, I really realized that he was not coming home for the 2 or 3 weeks at Christmas or the summer for 3 months, and that hit me kind of hard. But then I got over it. I, you know, started getting involved in my own life and projects, but it did hit me for about a day. You know, that he was gone. And,
that's a long time. I understand it. I'm glad to hear that. You're on the right track. You're blessed. Anybody else? Any questions about, because I have a question today. Oh, anybody? No? Yes.
I found a misinterpretation of a small but important scripture where it says, seek first the kingdom.
Yes.
It's actually seek only the kingdom. Because if
Well, that
everything
makes
else
sense.
is added onto you, you shouldn't be desiring anything else anyway. So it's
Yeah.
really not seek first and then seek second this stuff, because that's going to get confusing as you go about your day. You know, I desire this and I want to do that.
Well, that makes sense anyway, because once you seek the kingdom first, you have no desire to seek anything else anyway. Did you know that?
No.
You didn't know that? How many people know that? Yeah, once you seek the kingdom, once you seek, like he was scared to do. But once you seek it, it takes away your desire to seek after other things. And other things are naturally added, so it definitely makes sense.
All right.
Yeah, I like that. How many people agree we have two choices? I'm sorry? You guys scared? You want some coffee? Can you pass some coffee around? How many people agree we have two choices? You do? You agree? You scared to agree? Are you afraid to agree? You're not sure? Oh, okay, so you're not sure if we have two choices. And you guys did not raise your hand. You did raise your hand? Yeah. You didn't raise yours, Jay.
I'm not sure either.
If we have two choices?
One choice.
You said what?
What you said?
No, I want you to tell me. Let him tell me. He may have some understanding over there. You need to have it too. So you don't know if we have two choices or not?
Yeah, I don't.
I'm sorry?
That's right.
What's right?
I don't know if we have two choices or not.
Oh, okay. But she makes a good point. Don't you get angry sometimes?
Yeah,
And then don't you have a choice at that moment to go with it or not?
yeah,
I'm sorry?
yes,
So the other choice is not to be angry, right?
right.
And so why is it hard to agree that we have two choices then? You think this is a test and you don't want to fail it?
Well, sometimes I feel like I don't even, like that choice is taken away from me and I can't help but just keep on thinking about what I'm mad about.
Or the choice has been taken away from you to not be angry?
Yeah.
And you can't help but think about being mad?
Uh-huh.
Oh, but maybe you've chosen to be angry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Without you making the choice.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I see. And you say we have one choice, sir? Forrest?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because there's only one choice. Why would you choose the wrong choice?
So when you're angry, why do you choose to be angry then, if you have another choice?
I don't choose it. It's just there.
You don't choose it? Do you have to go with it? Bless you. Who did
It
that?
seems like I do.
I'm sorry?
It seems like I do.
You have to go with the anger? You feel like you have to?
It seems like I'm compelled to do it.
Oh, okay. And do you choose to be that way or not?
No.
Yeah. Can't you to raise your hand? You don't believe we have two choices?
That's right.
How many do we have?
We don't have a choice.
You don't?
No.
So in the Bible it says, I've sat before you life and death, choose life. He's given us a choice. We can choose death or life.
No, we can't,
So why he tell us that then?
because you misinterpreted it.
Who did?
You.
No, I haven't interpreted it yet. I said that in the Bible it
You
does
just
say that.
said you have two choices. You're interpreting it.
No, I said that in the Bible it says we have, I've sat before you life and death. Anybody ever read that? And it tells us to choose life. So he's given us two choices.
That's your interpretation.
What do you think it means?
He's presenting that there's life and death, but
Right.
that's what it means. It's nothing else.
Just need that.
So,
Just need that.
what?
I agree with them.
With who?
One choice. We don't want to have one choice.
Well, what's your one choice?
We choose to go wrong because your will is in the way, but God gave us one choice.
And
That's my belief.
so you don't have but one choice?
Yeah, and to live with His command.
When I'm trying to set myself up to make
Are you
a
guys
choice,
Christians or not?
Only half the room.
not sure sometimes. No, but when I set myself up to make a choice, I'm always like feeding my head with a bunch of data.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed about that is I drive myself completely out of my mind. And I'm trying to make a choice, and all I see is confusion. And the more you read about something, the more you need to read, the less clear it becomes.
Right.
And if I just sit quietly and kind of see my brain jammering away and sort of almost making noise, if I can see that and drop my need to make a choice, it gets pretty clear what I'm supposed to do. I just go do it. I don't know how to explain that, but that's what happens to me when I'm in that choice mode. Make a decision, develop a strategy, do this, that, and the other. No.
So are you saying we do have two choices?
No, we do not.
We only have one choice?
Yeah.
And what's that one choice?
Either you be the way you're supposed to be, or you won't, or you're not. You find that way. You get a direction.
But that's two choices.
Well,
No.
To be or not to be.
No, because the choice for me, when you
You
say
just said
choice,
either you be or you're not. Be.
well, but
That sounds like to be or not to be. That's two choices, right?
no, that's a question. Sorry. So if you make it that I'm choosing, right? If I make it that I'm choosing, I get my brain all connected up.
Oh, okay.
And if I make it that the choice has been made for me, I just need to see it, then I drive myself less crazy. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how to say it better than that.
Yes, ma'am.
I think we do have a choice,
How many? Two or one?
too.
Okay, two choices.
Because I don't know what happened, but I was in my daughter's house and I could see her that she wanted to start a fight.
Right.
You know, she was real itchy too. And so if I said anything, she would jump at me to try to make me see it wrong, because I had to ask my granddaughter to leave the house because she didn't want to help herself.
Right.
And they thought that I was wrong, that I should let her go wherever she was going as long as she was getting help, but she wasn't getting help.
Right.
And I seen myself like in the moment almost being pulled in, and then I caught it, and I got up and I told her, I'm not going to do this. I told her.
So you made the choice not to be
I
angry?
told her, I'm not going to do this.
Oh, okay.
And I said, I am leaving. And so when I left, usually when I get into it with her, I'll get into it with her.
Right.
And all day long, I'm thinking, what should I say? How dare her and all this. I went home and I was in perfect peace. And I hadn't seen her for 2 weeks. And then she called me and she was like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And I love you, Mom. And I just was looking at it because it was so something strange to me. I always react,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, two choice person. Yes, ma'am.
I raised my hand for two choices, and when people started talking, I got kind of confused because I sort of agree with like Ken and Forrest, and I agree with Angie. And
Well, at least you're making both choices. Yeah. You're going back and forth.
So it's like,
You're using up your choices.
it's like if we make a choice, it's like we're putting our will into it. So it seems like we shouldn't make a choice. And then it seems like there are two choices there.
Right. So you agree with what Kent said?
What him and Forrest were talking.
But Kent didn't say anything.
Well, Forrest, maybe.
Well, he did say something.
He's
He
trying
said
to,
that you were
he
like,
changed
he
his
said it
mind.
was like the definition or something.
I'm sorry?
I guess Kim was saying how you see it, how you say it.
How you
How
say
you
it.
say
He
it.
said I interpreted it wrong.
Yeah.
That's all he said. That wasn't too deep.
He said no choice.
Oh, he said no choice. We have no choice. Oh, so we don't even have one choice. Oh, okay. And you work with that?
Huh?
And you believe that?
It seems like, and part of me says like, yeah, it's like we don't have a choice.
Oh, okay.
We don't have any choice.
He may be right. I'm kidding around.
That
Yeah.
funeral's already set.
Yeah. Yes,
It was
sir.
already-
I got it. You only have one
Oh,
choice.
God.
Since we're born in sin, we don't choose to be born in sin, so therefore the only choice you have is to drop your ego and accept salvation.
So then why did God say,
God,
You
I
don't
sat
choose
before you
Wait,
good
wait,
and evil? I mean, life and death. Choose
what?
life. Why did he say, I sat before you life and death? Choose life.
Right.
And so we do have a choice.
You only have one choice
Choose
because
life.
when we're born, we don't choose to be born in sin. We're just born into that system.
but
So therefore, the only choice that we have
at that
is
time.
to choose life.
Doug, how about you? Two choice person or one?
I believe there's two choices, but if you're unaware, you're going to make that choice. You're going to make that evil choice, or quote unquote evil choice. If you are aware, though, you have no other way to go but that right way. And to some degree, there's only one choice, but obviously there's two choices. But if you're in one path, you're going that one way. There's no way to go the other way.
But there's two choices, though, huh? There are two choices.
I don't know how to say that part.
You just said
There's
it.
life and death, but when you're on a certain path, you're going to only choose that way.
Do I make you nervous when I say, but there are two choices, though, huh?
I'm just not
See, you
sure about that
gotta
part.
know I'm always setting you up, so you're trying to get around the setup. So you said two choices, all right?
Well, there's obviously life and death as two choices, yeah. But if you're born again, like you would say, you're going to choose that life-giving choice. That's the only choice that you have. You're not going to think about. You're literally at that point not going to think about two choices. You're just going with the way you go. Just the same way.
Which way have you chosen?
The straight and narrow.
Can't you want to come back and clean up your stuff? You had
I'll
to.
let them.
Two choices or one?
Two choices, I can prove it.
All right.
But-
Uh-oh. There we go. Go ahead. Prove it, sir.
Okay, suppose you sit at a dinner table, which you have a choice. Dinner and dessert. Now it's not common now, so you're supposed to have your dinner for the dessert. But suppose you get
You're supposed to have dinner before dessert?
yes,
Who said that?
our parents.
Sometimes I eat my dessert first, eat a dinner, and go back for some more dessert.
That's well, yeah. Well, we have a choice between dessert and dinner. Which we follow? That that will please your ego, and that will nourish you in the right way.
It all depends on what the meal is.
Yes.
If it's my favorite meal, I eat it before the dessert. If it's not so favorite and the dessert is favorite, I eat the dessert.
And it has spiritual ramifications.
Right, that's not a good one, buddy. Your proof failed.
Well, you want too often. Well, like I said, when you eat something that'll nourish you all day long, or would you just eat something that'll please nothing to your ego?
Yeah, I eat all ego food
And that's the
all day long.
And that's the problem. We made choices that appeal more often than not. We made choices that appeal to our ego, not to sustain us through.
I can't even afford the healthy food.
Huh?
I can't afford the other way. Did you say two choices or one?
There's two.
There are two. And why do you say two?
Life's a struggle between good and bad choices. So that's what you're trying to achieve. You're trying to achieve growth by choosing the right way, but you don't always choose the right way.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you choose the wrong way.
All right. And you believe what you're saying? No, I'm just saying. I wasn't trying to be funny. I'm just asking. Yeah.
No, and that's what the Bible's for, is to help you, guide you to choose the right way, which you don't always do.
Okay. I'm sorry, you had your hand right?
Yeah.
Okay, if the Bible answer man was here, I would ask him, but since he's not, I'm going to ask Martin.
Well, this is more on just language. A choice can involve 2 paths, 3 paths, 4 paths, 100 different ways to go. You're making that single choice. So it's just a matter of how you're, people when they use the English language don't exactly, we got to be wise enough to see it, when someone's saying, well, we got 2 choices, and then someone say, no, we got 1 choice, 2 paths. It's the same thing, so.
Oh, okay. You say, yeah? You amen that?
Amen that.
All right.
You sure that ain't the Bible answer?
Who said that? The Bible said, I sat before you life and death. Choose life. Do we have 2 choices or 1?
I need to think about it some more.
You do?
Do we have two choices or one? I say one choice.
I can't hear you.
One choice.
So why he sat before us too?
Can you ask me a question? I said we have one choice.
Why do you say one? And what is that one choice?
Life.
Life. And
Because we're gonna perish. So
what?
What was the first question?
God said, I sat before you life and death. Choose life. And we have conflict here because
we're
some
born
people say we have two choices, some say we have one.
I say we have one.
And what's that one?
Life.
And have you chosen life?
Yeah, I choose life.
You choose life?
Yeah.
And how do you choose it?
By following the guidance of the Bible, or as
You
much
follow
as
the
I
Bible?
can, as much as I can.
So you don't
Practicing
always
it all the time.
So you don't always choose life.
No.
Sometimes you choose death.
Yeah.
Why would you sometimes choose death?
Well, not purposely.
Why would you accidentally?
Well, I think the death feels good to you.
I'm sorry?
The part that where it's death, it feels good to you. So.
Oh, death feel good?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know that.
Does death feel better than life?
If you just kept, every choice I made, if I looked at it like that, death or life, then I would probably make more life choices, as opposed to death. So, but when I hear that, I think, well, death is inevitable, or we're born in the sin stuff. So.
But you wasn't born to die.
How?
You were not born to die.
Oh, I thought we were.
Why do you think that?
Because we all die.
That's why you think it? Yeah. Does it say in the Bible you were born to die?
Nobody lives forever.
Not
on the earth, not on this earth. I haven't seen it yet.
Does it say in the Bible you were born to die?
I don't know that scripture.
Right, because it's not there.
But it just, we all are dying off constantly.
But that doesn't mean we were born to die. We just have to figure out how to live forever.
Well, what I've been
taught,
for a
different
Sunday,
Sunday,
to live here forever, and there's nobody here that's been able to do it.
How do you know? You just haven't met them.
It's not in the history books. It's not in the Bible that nobody.
You just haven't met them yet. Didn't God take some people up that did not die?
Oh yeah, I've heard.
Some guy.
Yeah, I've seen that in the Bible before. But
that's a very good point. I don't know of any women that God took up.
There you go.
I just said it could have been a lady.
I heard her, and I agree with her.
But I don't know of anybody in the females in the Bible that God took up.
Yeah, there was.
Who?
There was correct me if I'm wrong or not, it's Prudence.
Prudence? Why?
No, Prudence.
Prudence, he's saying.
It's.
You.
Jesus raised up a little girl. I don't know when she died, and she somehow I think came up with some kind of a sickness, and then I think. I'm
gonna have to ask the Bible. Ask a man about that one.
Oh.
Where is he?
Yeah, he's not here. I'll ask Mark. He's standing
there. He's there.
Are you familiar with that?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It says nothing more about her though.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, just one little girl went up?
Actually, it was two different.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to the choosing life. But I want to talk about, one Sunday I will deal with that. We're not created to die. And you say everybody's dying, so we must be created to die. Everybody's angry. We're not supposed to be angry either, right? Have you noticed that?
Right.
But everybody that you know are angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say two? Do we have a choice?
Yeah, I believe two choices.
What, we have a choice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Daily, we're making choices, whether they're all wrong choices or not. And then the proof is because, then it catches up to us. Obviously, we make wrong choices. We get in debt. You buy a car when you don't need that nice car. Say it's $20,000 and all you can afford is a $5,000 car.
Right.
But you're going to look good in the $20,000, your image or whatever. And then later you say, geez, I'm really struggling trying to make this payment. I probably shouldn't have bought that. So you made that choice not to.
Oh, okay.
You would be free from that if you didn't.
So 2 choices.
Yes.
All right.
I say two.
I'm sorry, you had your hand up, Susan.
Oh, I forget what I was going to
2 choices or 1?
Well, I think it's one because the word choice means there's two or more.
Well, he put an S on it. He said 2 choices.
I just think there's one choice, but
I'm
I
sorry?
don't know.
You don't know. And see, this is, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Just a clarification. You have no choice when you're born into sin. So there's only one choice to get out of it.
Are you
So
changing your mind?
there's not.
Look at Doug about right.
You have no
You
choice.
abandoned Sharon.
You have no choice. You're born into sin. There's no choice there. That's where you start the game. Now you have one choice, and that's.
So
it.
have you chosen to get out of it, or are you still there with it?
That's a personal question.
Just say yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
There's 2 choices and there's only one right choice, and most of us choose to make the wrong choice every day. We'll decide to engage in that anger, or not step back and really stay in the moment, or we'll choose not to meditate, or choose not to do the right thing. But there's only one right choice, which would be.
But you do have 2 choices.
Yes.
Yeah. And this young lady said we have to have 2 choices because that's how you create love, by having 2 choices. You decide to love or not to love. You agree with her on that?
No, I think there's either the right choice or the myriad of wrong choices that you can make. I mean, a lot of times you can react in the wrong way in many manners, but there's only probably one way to do the right thing in the moment.
And what did you say? 2 choices?
Me?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to pull a Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. It'll be somewhere between 0 and 1 choice. Or maybe I might just come up and agree, waiting what your final answer is, and might go with that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of brain dead at the moment.
That is funny. What do you say? You look beautiful, by the way, today. Not that you don't look beautiful the rest of the days. But
I don't believe we have a choice.
You don't think we have a choice at all?
You can want to do right, but that doesn't make us right.
Yeah.
We want to do right. We're born, like you said, we're born into sin. We're born into the wrong way because of Adam's choice.
So why did he say, I sat before you these 2 choices?
Was that New or Old Testament?
I don't know. I can't answer that because, I can't answer that because of translation maybe, because they're different.
But see, this is why God said, I want you to think on these things first. Seek first the kingdom of God in His right way. Because these are questions that need to be answered. And once you have the answer, you can live your life. You can live your life. Nothing should change with men and women of God. We should still seek first the kingdom of God. We should pray. Excuse me. We should pray. We should work hard. We should save our money, still save. We should be wise in the way we spend our money. We should give time and finance to help others in the right way. And we also should be patient. Nothing has changed just because the world is going through a crisis. But a lot of Christians are confused about what to do in this time. But if they sought first the kingdom of God all the time, no matter what is happening out there, you would know because you have the insight. You have the little secret that the world don't have. He wants us to see and know this. We should know this, what I'm saying now, because He tells us to do it. So if he said, you have a choice there, we need to know what that is and how to make that choice. You can go through your whole life reading the Bible and never making that choice. Isn't that amazing? Never choosing between the 2. And so it's a good discussion. And hopefully before we end, we have some answer to it. I saw a hand somewhere. I forgot who I saw. Yes. What do you say, sir? 1 choice or 2?
Well, I mean, it is true we're born in sin, but it appears there's not a choice from that, only to have the choice to live. But I was thinking about a particular situation that's common to almost everybody.
But before you think about telling us your situation, do you believe we have 2 choices or 1?
I have to take it to the situation to make a choice.
Okay.
Let's say, let's say somebody does something and there appears to be a choice. I don't know if there is or not, it appears to be.
Right.
Where, let's say somebody is doing something to aggravate you, so to speak.
Right.
And there appears to be a choice at times to go with that aggravation and let it kind of envelop you and just, get into it, or to let it pass. It does appear to be a choice in that moment.
Right.
And I would say that is a choice between choosing life or death in that moment.
Oh, okay. That's a very good explanation. So what do you say about what he just said?
To be honest with you, I kind of missed his point.
Oh, your mind drifted away?
I didn't get his point.
Oh, she said that it does appear you have a choice because sometimes if someone should aggravate you, you have a choice then whether to respond to that or not to respond to it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if your inner nature is not saved, then you appear to have choices all the time. If you're saved, there's no choice. You don't react.
Not, there's no choice.
So is not reacting a choice?
No, it's not. It's a
It's
state
not?
of being.
Are you shaking your head in agreement with him or again?
That's what I said. I said there was no choice.
Oh, I see. Oh.
But one thing you were saying, this is slightly to her comment, you said it doesn't say anywhere in the Bible that we're born to die.
Right.
Then why did God tell you to lay your life down for him then?
Good question. When you put a plug, don't let me leave today without answering that.
Don't worry.
All right. Okay. It's a good topic. I love that topic. It's just that I don't want to get too into it. It'll take us away from this one. That's why I didn't really. But I love that topic, especially when she said, well, everybody's dying. We're supposed to die. Everybody's dying. But I can answer your question without getting into the everybody's dying thing. Yes. Are you a Christian?
Another question.
Are you a Christian?
Oh, yeah. I don't have any questions. No. What's next?
He's like, oh yeah, I'm a Christian. Go ahead.
Just to kind of clarify something that Kent just said. Kent said that when you are, not word for word, but basically when you're in your head, you seem to be making all these choices, and you kind of do, but the underlying, what's underneath that though, you're still, in a way, you're still on a path, one way or the other, right or wrong, you're still on a path that you're not really making choices. You're something, I don't know how to say it really, but.
He didn't say when you're in your head, he said when you're in that nature.
When you're in that nature, okay, that's kind of what I mean. But you're in a nature. It's either eat right or wrong. And if you're in the wrong, you've already made the choice that you're going to make. That was the one choice. I don't even know if you're making a choice at that point. You're just in that.
But you said you have two choices.
No, but I said theoretically there are two choices because you have.
Theoretically.
Life and death. I'm just throwing it out. I gotta throw my words out there, right? Otherwise, but you said this. No, I didn't mean that though.
You didn't mean what you said? You're supposed to be helped. This is a fellowship.
I'm gonna make a choice, right?
This is a fellowship. You have to mean what you say because your influence is others.
No, I mean I do mean what I say. I'm just saying.
But you said you didn't mean what you said.
Can I clarify that?
Yes.
Okay. There appears to be two choices: life and death. But I don't think that when you're going through life, I don't think that you're come to a crossroad where you're saying, okay, this is the way I'm gonna go, or this is the way I'm gonna go. I'm saying that once you're in life or in that mode, you're going through that way. You're either aware or you're not aware. And if you're aware, you don't even make a choice. There's no choice to make. You're just living.
Because you said something right, I want to ask you a question. So do we have two choices or not? After all what you just said.
I'm going to say
you
that
mean
we
yes
have
or no?
one choice.
I'm sorry?
Yes, we have one choice.
So we don't have two choices.
No, I'm only saying.
So as we move forward, you're dumping the idea of two choices?
No, I'm not dumping anything. I'm just saying that people have made up their mind to say that, okay, we have two choices. I don't believe that. I believe that there's one choice.
But you started out with two.
I don't know how to clarify it any better than that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that we as people in our mind make up what we want it to be.
Right.
And when we see that God said this is life and this is death, choose life, we've made our little weak minds have made up that we got two choices, but we don't have two choices. We just made that up in our mind. What we have is one choice, and we're either in that, one way or the other, we're in that choice.
Yes.
I still say my one choice because
So then no choice.
no, one choice.
But you outvoted.
What's your one choice?
Not outvoted.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I feel what they're saying. You get one choice because
What's your one choice?
life.
Oh.
Yeah, because you. That's why we're saying we keep going to say you're born in a sin nature. I think like when you wake up to what's happening, you get a realization like there's the evil path, the straight and narrow. There's two paths. You're already on one when you come here. When you wake up, then you see, oh, I can take this way or this way. Then that's when you make your choice, because you get one choice. Because you are already on this path, born onto this path. When you wake up on that path and say, I'm being evil, wrong, and I want to serve and love God, then you make your choice.
But can't you choose to stay?
Let me just
It's still
invite.
one choice.
Hold on a minute.
It's still one.
Are you saying
Hey.
one time to choose or one option?
No, not one time to choose. You got one
Let
choice.
me invite the people who. Hold on, yeah. Hey.
Because you're already
Excuse me.
on one.
Let me invite the people watching Jerry Springer show here to call in. If you'd like to be a part of this dialogue, you can call in at 1-800-411-BOND, 1-800-411-2663, or you can email church@bondinfo.org. Put your name in town, church@bondinfo.org. So one choice.
One choice, because you're already on a path. You come on a path.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't come
Let me-
choosing a loving God and knowing, So you have but one choice.
Oh, okay.
But he's waking you up to there's two things there, but you only get one choice.
Okay. Yeah, we have a phone call?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's from CV from Van Nuys, and I don't know if it's a guy or a girl.
It's a guy.
A guy. He says, there has to be two choices in order to overcome. If there was no choices, there would be no need to overcome. The evidence is that there are two choices is that we are in a fight between good and evil.
Who wrote that?
Ernest wrote that?
Don't blame the writer.
Ernest, you come and read it. Let Ernest read it. It's hard to read someone else's writing. I write like my
See, people
grandmother.
Van Nuys. It's a statement, not a question. There has to be two choices in order to overcome. If there were no choices, there would be no need to overcome. The evidence that there are two choices is that we're in a fight between good and evil.
Oh, okay. And how many people agree with that?
Do you have a choice in the
So what is this, in one side now? Choice?
Yep. This is the right side.
I don't know.
That's the left side.
Mary, what do you say to that? Two choice or one?
I think we have one choice too.
Why you said one choice two?
One choice is one choice.
Are you trying to slip the other answer in there?
One choice,
We have one choice too?
one choice. I mean,
And-
I agree with the one choice.
And what's that one choice?
The one choice is to follow the right. To follow the right. I mean, if you're
Hold on,
born-
guys. Hold on.
I think if you're born again, you don't have, it's a choiceless choice. You just have to, you do the right
So
thing.
which choice have you made?
None.
You haven't made no choices? So you have one left and you want to choose that one?
I'm thinking about it.
And why haven't you made a choice if you believe we only have one choice?
Oh, why haven't I?
Yes.
Because I'm not, I haven't made a choice because I don't know how to make the, I mean, I would know how to make the choice, but I haven't been able to make the choice.
Why not?
It's just,
What choice you want to make? Which
right,
choice?
I want to do the right thing.
And why aren't you able to make that choice? He told you to make it. He said choose one.
I don't know. I don't have the right spirit.
The right what?
Spirit.
Why not?
It hasn't just been shown to me that I can do what I would
I should.
I can't hear you.
It just hasn't been shown to me that I can do what I should.
So why do you believe you have another choice then if it hasn't been shown that you do have one?
I don't know.
Isn't that a good question?
Yeah, it's a very good question.
Is it because
but I
the
don't
preacher
know.
said it or what?
No, well, no, it's just that you see that there's something there to the makeup, but I can't figure how to go.
So you see there is another choice you can make, but you can't see how to make it?
Right.
Okay. We're going to have some of these one choices people show you how to make it in a minute.
Okay.
We have a whole group over here who settled in on this one choice.
You can help me, okay?
And so they had to make it at some point. We're going to find out how. We'll help you with that.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So she has made a choice. She's made the choice not to choose the right choice. So she's not making any choice. She's actually gone. She's made a choice.
But she says she has one left.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that she really has made.
She has made a choice
by not doing the right choice. So that's two choices.
So are you doing the wrong choice right now? Are you living the wrong choice? You made a choice to be wrong. You're living that now.
No, I didn't make that choice.
Who made it for you? Susan? Who made that choice for you?
Who made that choice to me? I don't know. I mean, it's just circumstances.
So you're going to go through whole life not knowing who made this choice for me to do wrong. Are you a Christian? I'm going to respond to the phone call. I'm going to respond to the call in a minute.
Yes, yes.
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
You are a Christian?
Well, yes.
You're not sure about that either?
It's a choice. Well, no, I mean, I want to be a Christian, but if you listen to the definition, then you can't be a Christian unless you're Christ-like.
And you're not Christ-like?
No, because I'm not a martyr.
Who?
I'm not like.
What's a martyr?
I haven't laid down my life.
You haven't died for anyone yet?
No, I haven't died.
Don't worry, keep living with Susan. She'll kill you. No.
I haven't died for, to help anyone, so.
So you think you have to die to help someone?
You have to die to your bad ways, I guess.
Oh, okay. So are you a Christian or not? You just said, I am a Christian, but I'm not like Jesus. I'm not a martyr. I'm a martyr. How do you say that? Martyr. I haven't died for anyone yet. So are you a Christian or not?
Well,
why are you licking your fingers? Don't get nervous.
Oh no, I'm just getting ink off my fingers.
This is fun.
It is. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm a wannabe Christian.
A wannabe Christian.
Yeah.
So you're not a Christian, you're a wannabe.
So far, I don't feel worthy, so.
You don't feel worthy of what?
To be called Christian because I don't do exactly what.
Is there a worthy feeling that comes with Christianity?
No, it shouldn't be a worthy, but you just know you're in the right mode.
But okay, I'm a little serious here now. You say you are Christian, and look like if we keep talking about it, you're not going to be one by the time we're done here. So.
Well, I said I want to be Christian.
So you're not one. You want to be one.
Following Christ-like ideas, but I don't have true evidence that I'm a Christian.
So why do you say that you are?
Because I'm making that choice to follow that way.
What? Let me take a drink.
I'm gonna bring some wine.
Okay, it's important you know if you're a Christian or not. You need to know. So. You started out saying yes, you are.
Yes.
Then you went in, so I'm not sure because I haven't died for anybody yet.
Right.
Then you said, well, I said, well, somebody said I was, so maybe I am.
Right.
And now I don't know what you are.
Neither do I. But I'm a Christian.
You are?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Uh-huh.
And why are you one? Why do you say you are?
Why? Because I believe in Jesus and what he stood for, and I want to go to heaven and be a right person.
And you think that'll do it, right?
Well, hope so.
Okay, so you made the choice to be a Christian?
Yes.
Are you guessing at it again or what? Or you were like, yes.
Yes, I have to settle on yes.
Okay, you get the prize behind the second door then.
Okay.
Yes, Pat. You had your hand.
Yeah, but just to, maybe hopefully this clarifies a little bit. It's not like you're walking down the street and you got a choice over here that's good and a choice on this side of you that's evil. We're born in sin, so we don't have a choice of that. We all were born with evil nature. The only choice we have is to get out of that, is to choose life. We don't choose death. It's already been chosen for us. The only choice is to choose life.
You can choose to stay in it too.
But you're not choosing to stay in it.
Well, wait, well,
No, you're
All right, hey,
you don't
hey,
choose that. You're
hey.
No.
I'm coming to you guys. Hold on. Yes.
it's kind of like having a vote. You can either
Like having a vote?
Having a vote.
A vote.
You can either vote for life, or you can choose to stay home and not vote in the election at all. So there's either 0 choices or 1.
But we have two choices.
So
You can either make no choice, in which case you stay in the evil camp, or you can choose life, in which case
do we have 2 choices or 1 then?
we have 1 choice.
1 choice. Oh, okay.
You know, we're born in sin, so we don't make a choice. Adam made that choice for us. So therefore, you know, we're going through life with a sinful, evil nature, and then at some point, we do have a choice to change. You can either choose to lay down your ego life, or you can choose to stay, or you can choose to stay the way you are. So that is 2 choices.
No.
Yeah.
I think people are confused. They think because they choose one or the other that the answer's done, they're done. And it's not like that. It's a process.
What's the process?
Like if you say, hey, I keep choosing the wrong way all the time, I'm miserable, I got, what am I doing? How can I not, I think it's a process. It has to, and then it's a gift too. It's a gift from above where he says.
So do you have to process to get the gift, or get the gift and process?
I think you gotta go through it, and that
Which comes first, the process or the gift?
The process.
Oh, okay.
That he sees we're worthy, and I think he'll touch us when he's ready.
Oh.
So did we make a choice?
Yeah, you make a choice.
Okay. He said 2 choices. Yes, ma'am. You said I have it now. I have it now. You found it in the scriptures, right?
Because I don't want to lean on my own understanding.
There you go.
And
No,
that's
you
what
did
it
the right
says.
thing. I noticed these people didn't know about the Bible. You
That's
did the right
what it
thing.
says.
Yeah.
Don't trust, because that's where
That's right.
the wrong thoughts could come and take you on that path.
There you go.
So this is what I came up with to satisfy my own whatever belief in. And it just says, one thing came to me. It says renewing of your mind. I was like, where is that one? Where is that one? The renewing of your mind. So. It's right here, Ephesians 4:23. Instead, there must be a spiritual renewal of your thoughts and attitudes. And I read a little bit before and a little bit after, and you guys can go to it if you want. But what I got from Ephesians 4, like from 17 to I got to 23, is saying that it's hard to explain. I'm glad I don't have your job.
You can let you have my job?
Yeah, because I couldn't be helping these people get it. It says, let me see, it says, I don't want to try to read the whole thing.
Right. Just make the point because of time.
Yeah, it's hard to make the point without kind of reading.
Yeah, you can read what you need to read and make the point. Take your time.
Okay, I tried. I was trying to. Okay, but I'm going to go to 20. But this isn't what you were taught when you learned about Christ. Since you have heard all about him and learned the truth that is in Jesus, throw off your old evil nature. When I saw that part, I said, so your nature, the very nature of you is evil. So that way, that you haven't made that choice. That's your nature. That you're born with that.
Right.
So you're already on that path.
Right.
Then when you learn about God, that's the part where you renew your thoughts. Is okay, your old evil nature and your former way of life, which is rotten through and through, full of lust and deception. Instead, there must be a spiritual renewal of your thoughts and attitudes. To me, that's saying that you already existed in an evil way, and it's always in you, and you have to keep pushing away from, or suppressing, or getting away from that evil nature by renewing your thoughts and by this stuff. It will help you to
the Bible.
Okay. Or God's way, Jesus' way, living Christ like will help you stay away from that evil nature which is within you. So it's always, I just say it's just one choice. because you have an evil nature.
And what's that one choice?
Huh?
What's the one choice?
Life. You have to
Choose life? Oh.
because death is already, you're already on the path of death.
Okay.
Until you learn about God and Jesus in the right way, now you know, you make the choice, life. You make that life choice.
Okay. You wanted to say something, you say?
Okay. It's like,
You worked hard for that one, huh?
And I don't think I did a good job.
No, you did fine. I got it.
You did well.
Yes.
If you're my employer, I'm working for you. Okay, let's say you're God, my employer. Okay, and you see me, you see that I'm coming up. I started down here, and I'm making not bad choices. I'm making better choices. And I come up the ladder, and then so I become more ready for promotion, so to speak.
Right.
Okay, I think it's like that. If we keep living in our own sin, He's not going to give us any promotions.
Oh, okay.
So we make choices.
All right. That sounds like that example someone gave me about food. Who told me that example?
I did. I think if you give me a chance, I'll give you a better example.
Uh-oh. As though that was a good one, right?
Okay, perhaps okay, let me put...
Long story short.
Okay, let's show you have one side about satisfying but simple but satisfying meal, and the other side you have cakes and muffins laced with strychnine. You know you know that cakes and muffins are poison because you can see it.
Right.
And yet the cakes and muffins appeal to your sensuality, your ego, your pride. When the simple meal.
But if I know it has poison in it, that's not a choice.
Right.
I don't care how attractive it is.
A simple child can tell there's no choice, and yet people will choose a poison over a simple meal because because a simple meal is anything but exciting.
I know, but if I know it has something in it that's going to kill me already in advance, that's not a choice, unless I'm ready to commit suicide or something.
Adam Eve made that choice. Adam and Eve made that choice, and look, I don't have to tell what happened.
But they didn't know what they were doing.
You mean well, God told him the choice.
Right. But
why we have two choices.
no, okay, yeah, I'm gonna come back around and then we'll wind this up. Yes, Richard, you wanted to say 2 choices or not?
I said it's 2 choices.
And what are they?
Good and evil.
And so you can choose one or the other?
Yes, you can.
Okay, and how do you do that?
Well, I think after you grow up in life, you are responsible for your life.
Oh, okay.
For that spirit.
Yeah.
You can choose either nature.
All right. So many little things have been said that I could just make a whole sermon out of. Let me just ask this question, and we're going to deal with it later. How many people believe that you could create love by making choices?
What?
How come you guys relax? It's not a test. You're not going to get an A or a B. We're going to edify one another. That's what's happening here. So how many people agree with that? Can't you disagree?
I'm still trying to understand what.
Oh, okay. Forrest, I noticed you or Christina, Ray. You guys disagree with what she said about that's how you create love? By choosing love. Choosing to love him, right? Right. Freely. Yeah. Free will allows you to freely love God or not to love him. You don't understand? Okay. I don't want to force an answer, but I do want to deal with that topic one day, and I want to deal with the one about everybody dying.
No, I retract that.
No, don't retract it already.
No, it was taken out of context.
Who took it out?
You.
I just
Can I just say one
Oh,
more?
yeah.
This is a choice right here. I went to Deuteronomy 30:15, and it says, "Today I am giving you a choice between prosperity and disaster, between life and death." It says choice, not choices.
Okay.
One choice.
All right.
Between this.
No, you had your hand.
Maybe we should say what the definition of a choice is.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yes, sir. You've been jumping up and down for a while.
I know. I don't remember exactly exactly what I was going to say, but it basically has to do, everybody's sitting here making all these examples of life. Like, if you have this plate of food over here and you got this plate of food over here, and you choose one, then you made a choice. But we're not talking about that surface level choice. We're talking about something a little different than that. We're not talking about something that we had a choice when we came out to make. This is something that's been laid on us. So.
And you have to make a choice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was going to say is that we, I think we kind of get caught up, splitting hairs, maybe getting caught up with the semantics.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't make that first choice to not love God. That choice was already made for us. You know, it can appear like you're making two choices,
right.
but that original choice was already made for you. And so, at some point, you can choose to lay down that evil nature, that ego nature, but are you really making two choices? And so you're kind of splitting hairs. That first choice is already made for you.
Amazing.
And so you can either stay in it or you can lay it down.
Which one have you done?
I'm still in it.
You stayed in. So if you know that to be true, why are you staying in there if you know you have another choice to make?
I guess I'm not ready to just lay it down.
Why not? You like this choice you made already? The one you already in?
It's already made for me. Do I like it? Not.
Who made that for you?
Adam made that choice.
Oh, he did? And so, since you know there's another choice, why have you chosen to stay in this one?
I'm not ready to lay it down yet.
Why not? You love it too?
Yeah.
Oh, you love that life? Yeah. Oh, okay. And you had your hand. Stephanie. Yeah.
Yeah, listen to everybody talk again because I was kind of confused.
You're really confused now, huh?
It seems like you know you're born in that nature, and it seems like you have no choice. I'm saying no choice now. If we had a choice, we would choose to go the right way. It doesn't seem like we have a choice.
You a Christian?
Yes.
Oh yeah. And then sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. You did say, "Oh yeah," right?
Yeah, I mean, but this is not. I mean,
and sometimes you do. Sometimes you go in and out of it. You do good and do bad.
Like everybody.
Why? And why do you choose to do bad sometimes, being a Christian?
Because I have a sin nature, and sometimes I like to do the wrong thing.
And so you have the same nature you had before you became a Christian?
Yes.
So nothing changed? All right, let's do this. Oh, I have to wait till Mary come back. Rush Mary, because I want to hear this.
I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. All right. Everybody had enough of it? Yeah. Last word, then I have to wind down. Time is absolutely running out. Let me take Forrest and then I'll let you have the last one. Yes, sir.
I always want, this probably doesn't have anything to do with this conversation, but I always wanted to ask you this and I always forgot.
Okay.
What, the salutation or the parting words, Godspeed, what does that mean?
Yeah, that is another subject. But it's a good question.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, it's just well wishing. Yeah, just to make, long story short, it's just somebody wishing you well.
Wishes you well?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
there's
what
no real deep meaning to it?
No, just well wishing. Okay. Yeah, wish you well. First of all, we don't have but one choice, and we do not have a free will. We do not have a free will. And if you get to know yourself, you would see that you do not have a free will. Because the things you do, you don't want to do them, and you find yourself doing them anyway. Have you noticed that? You don't want to be mad at your children. You don't want to be mad at yourself. You don't want to overreact to the world. You don't want to be feeling lonely and empty and up and down in emotions and stuff like that, right? But it happens anyway, even if we don't want to do it. Isn't that true?
Right.
So this is why God wants you to know yourself, because you really see you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. You're not in control of yourself at all. The things you do in secret that you're ashamed of, you don't want to do those things, and you find yourself doing them anyway. Isn't that right? So if you had a choice, why would you choose to do those things? Most people want to do what's right, I believe. They want to always do the right thing, because doing wrong is it doesn't feel good. You know, it brings on depression and all other kind of trouble for you. So you're frozen into that choice. And that choice was made for us. And you're right about this. Adam made that choice when he listened to Eve, who listened to the serpent. You know, who said, you know what, you can do it. You can be your own man, your own God. And once Adam and Eve believed that, they were frozen into that decision. And so thank God for Christ. He came and gave us a way out. And when you can see and know yourself and know that you're not making these decisions, some other influences are making them for you, you tend to accept it better by not judging yourself, and you open yourself up for another choice to be made for you. Now here's the way the other choice. You only have one choice to make. And that choice is to choose love, because evil has already been made for you, decided for you. And the way you make the choice to choose love, to choose right, is simply realizing that you're wrong. Now that's where the problem is. It's hard for people to just realize that they're wrong, and of themselves they can do nothing about it. And that's why the other choice is not made for you. It's a spiritual thing. You don't even make the choice to be right. You allow yourself to see that you're wrong. You admit that you're wrong. And the choice to be right is made for you too. And then once that choice that you're wrong, you really see you're wrong without excuses, you're now frozen into doing right. You're on the right side now. And your nature, you're right about the nature, you have a new nature. And now you're living from that nature, and you gotta do the right thing. You cannot do wrong. You can't go in and out of the nature, because you were born again. You just laid down that old way that was controlling you. It's no longer there. All things are passed away, old things have passed away, and all things are new. You literally have a new nature that was made as a result of you admitting that you were wrong. It's all spiritual. And of yourself, you can't make either one happen. One of the decisions happen, you just have to see that you're wrong, so the right decision can be made. And once you're born again into that new nature, you do not come in and out of it. Because how can you go in and out of your mother's womb? I know some of you would like to, but you can't. Well, the same thing in the spiritual birth. The same thing in the spiritual birth, you cannot go in and out of it. Now, some of you people say, yes, I'm doing right sometime and sometime I don't. You are, but you're not born again yet. You're having a glimpse of it. Your nature has not been changed. That's why you can go back, because you really haven't gone all the way and been born again yet. And then when you're born again, as I said, you're frozen into doing right. You don't have another choice but to do right. And when trouble comes, someone try to get you mad, or someone try to take advantage of you, there is no choice to be angry. It's not even there for you. The choice is to love in that moment, not the choice to be angry. Because now you are of love. So you're going to be, your compassion is for this person that's trying to make you angry. You're going to be upfront with them, tell them the truth, but you're not going to be angry, because your nature is not that of anger anymore. So there is no choice to be angry. And so, because I heard some people say, well, you do have a choice. You decide when the situation happens, you decide if you want to be angry about it or not. There is no decision about that. God never decided to be angry with us once we are his children. He loves us, so he's operating through us, and we love the world, our family, our enemies, in the way that he loves us. And he's never angry at us. He guides us. He gives us love. So it looked like, because you're not born again yet, it looked like you have a choice in that, but you don't, because you're of love. That makes sense? I'm telling you, there are no choices to make. The only thing you have to do is see that you're wrong. When God changed my heart, he first allowed me to see that I was wrong. And I'm like, yeah, I could see that I was wrong. I couldn't believe how wrong I was. Playing God, judging others, judging myself. I was wrong. And when I saw it, I didn't make up any excuses about being wrong. As a matter of fact, he caused me to be sorry about being wrong. And in my sorrow, he changed my life. And now I'm right. His righteousness is working through me. Just imagine if I had a choice of being angry when these folks are coming at me. I'd be angry all the time. But I don't have a choice in anger anymore. Once you're born of God, anger is of your father, the devil. It's of your ego life. And you lay that life down, it's no longer a part of you. You're only operating from love. You don't have a choice. You're frozen in whatever it is, in the God that you serve. He controls you. Yes?
What he's saying simply is your choice is only a desire. Your will has no power.
None.
Willpower is a false thing made up. You only have the will to desire to be different, to be changed, but you don't have the power to do it.
That's right. You can't even make yourself desire that. So that's why when you realize you don't even have that desire for it, I've heard people say, I don't even have the desire to know God. I would like to know him, but I don't have desire. They have to even ask for the desire. And he will give you the desires of your heart. Do you guys understand this? How he's constantly feeding that ego so that he's coming to sort, to just cover up the truth with the lie so you don't even see it, no glimpse of it get in there. But you don't have a choice. You just see you're wrong and the other choice is made for you. Now he would give you your heart desire. If you don't have it, say, I want to desire to know the truth. I want to desire to be what's right. And he'll put it there because all things are spiritual. And of ourselves, we can do nothing. But if you get to know yourself, start paying attention to in knowing yourself, what you learn about yourself first is how evil you are. And so when you can see how evil you are, you stop thinking that you're good, and that start this whole thing rolling. All right? I'm out of time. And I want to pick up on this next Sunday. I want to pick up on the thing about love, how you create love and all that good stuff, all right? Go to my website, Be Still and Know. It's a prayer. It will calm you down so you can start to see things. Go to bondinfo.org or call our order line 1-800-411-BOND. We also need your tithe and offering. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.